The other big news point that has been a cause of worry for most of the investors today is the kind of fall that we have seen on the Adani Group stocks today. In fact, these stocks on an intraday level have in fact lost a 46,000 crore rupee in market cap. I mean, like, that's a staggering loss that we have seen in just a single day. And this is after the Hindenburg, report that has alleged fraud at the company's end as well. Now, just for the benefit of all our viewers, let me just reiterate what exactly this report has mentioned. Now, remember this Hindenburg Research is a well-known US activist investor, and it has alleged that Adani Group has been engaged in a brazen stock manipulation and accounting fraud. Now, this is a charge that the conglomerate has described, Adani Group has described as malicious, unsubstantiated, one-sided, and having done with malafide intention to ruin the share sale of the upcoming FPO as well. So, first up, let's take it into parts, Kranthi. One, how did you assess this report and the timing of this report?
Yeah, the first and foremost is the timing of the report. There have been the news is what we come across with respect to the valuations. And Sakshi, if you remember, just exactly a year back, this kind of news has been surfaced on Adani Group shares. And because of that news, exactly a year back, stocks have been tumbled. And again, they have regained their strength. And from there onwards, we have witnessed a big rally in Adani Group shares.
Sure.
So one thing is, if I analyze the report, each point, there are certain allegations made by Hindenburg report, the investor activation company, and the timing of the report, as what are the points what they have mentioned have been are there. It's not new, something which happened yesterday or today. If they want to bring this report, they would have brought this report in the public domain 6 months back or 3 months back. But the timing is suspicious. And as Adani Group statement, it says they have mentioned all these are malicious rumors on the group, and they stick to their corporate governance. And whatever be the statement, what Adani Group says, these are just the rumors, and they ruled out all these points. So, as what investors need to do, as investors very much aware, all the Adani Group shares are high beta stocks, and their valuations looks always stretched. So, whenever these kind of news or any kind of allegations that get surfaced, you can see the stocks get tumbled. So, so the existing investors can hold on for their positions. There is nothing to worry. We need to see how and at the same point of time, coupled with today markets also down, they are trading at a negative. So the point I'm trying to tell you is the timing of this report, and all what are the allegations they made in this report are not proven till date. So one thing is why today only they released this report, and the second thing is these are all unproven quotes.
Sure. Okay. So let's talk a little bit more on the upcoming FPO. Now, Adani Enterprises has already finalized its anchor book for the forthcoming 20,000 crore rupee follow-on public offer. And the report suggests that there are reports that suggest that the issue has been oversubscribed to 1.8 or 2 times. And we've also seen that, a large chunk of around $200 million odd, has been looked at by IHC, which actually invested $2 billion earlier in the Adani Group companies last year. That group is actually looking to get the largest chunk of $200 million right there. Apart from this, of course, there are the bigger investment companies like Abu Dhabi Investment Authority, Mubadala Investment Company, BNP Paribas, among the other bidders already as well. But looking at the price band, 3112 to 3276 price band, I wanted to understand from you the size of the FPO is quite large. We know that as a big fact. It's the only third largest as we compare it to the big issues that we've seen in the past, be it the IPOs or the FPOs. And now, looking at the subscription levels, etc., how do you really see the demand scenario? Can it really sail through in this kind of a market?
Uh, yeah, you rightly mentioned it is one of the, I can say, the largest FPO, and 20,000 crores is a big sum to subscribe. But they
Yeah.
all have the anchor investments and commitments, and the prominent names have been there lined up to be the anchor investors.
Yeah.
And definitely, given the kind of the group positioning in India is concerned, and
Hmm.
also from the retail also, definitely the issue can sail through, Sakshi. There will not be
Okay.
any second thought with respect to the subscription of the issue is concerned.
Okay. Also, apart from the concerns that have been raised in the report, and of course, we will look at the findings and, the other side as well. But, one major concern that some of the analysts have really pointed out with respect to the Adani Group stocks is the huge debt on the books. Although Gautam Adani himself, in an exclusive interaction with India Today Group, did talk about that this is not at all a concern right now for the group at all, but your own sense as to whether debt concerns can actually derail the momentum that we have seen for the Adani Group stocks.
Actually, first, I would like to mention one thing. There are no analyst coverage on Adani Group shares. You don't find any buy recommendation. You don't get any detailed report from any prominent broking company or prominent research house in India. It is very less under-researched group in India, officially, if I have to mention. And coming to the point, Mr. Gautam Adani have given a first public detailed interaction to your news channel group, India Today Group, and he categorically mentioned that debt, what he raised is a manageable debt, and the group where they are in terms of their ports and in terms of their airports and all the other segment of businesses, the power, infrastructure, all these business segments are strong, and they are the going ahead. They are going to create free cash flows for a period of time. So the gestation periods are high for these businesses, and also the entry barriers for these kind of businesses are quite strong. So, given these kind of positives embedded in the business models of the Adani Group companies, the debt is manageable over a period of time.
Sure. Sure. Okay. Just one last question on the Adani Group stocks then. For the FPO first, should the investors really consider, the retail investors really consider, going for this FPO? And secondly, overall speaking, in the Adani Group stocks, with those investors who've held on through the golden period that we've seen these Adani Group stocks creating wealth, what should the strategy be for them?
Yeah. First and foremost is whether the investors can apply for the FPO. If you have to look at the past 6 years or 3 years performance of Adani Group, if you are not invested, you missed. So, if the past can be repeated in the days to come, there are some positive indicators for the group for the kind of business models they operate. So, high risk appetite investors, definitely they can take part, chip in and invest in the FPO. And the second part of your question is the same kind of momentum is going to continue as the business models are considered. The same can be repeated. We need to see how the earning results and quarterly performances of these companies, how they are going to reduce the debt. These are the parameters that are going to drive the stock prices going ahead.
If you like the video, do like, comment, share and subscribe.